Up everybody, welcome back. This is How to Crypto, and we're gonna talk about what's going on with the market and big crash of from yesterday to today, and what's going on, and should you buy it or should you sell, or why everything is happening. So let's talk a little bit about it. Let's go to let's look at what's the Bitcoin price is right now. I'm in a GDAX right now, and Bitcoin is price is 14,261. This is significantly higher. Uh, if you look at the yesterday only, so if you look at the yesterday only, it went up to 12,000 at one point. So if you look at that, if you see that, so we hit up to $12,000 this morning, yeah, about 2 a.m. So we hit so low is 12, so we are already recovering from that, almost like 10-15% from there. So this is pretty good shine, so kind of recovering. So if we hit it like we hit it straight up from 15,000 till 13,000, then 12,000, almost 11,800 at one point. So I think that's the lowest point. So that was the lowest point. So if you got back, anybody, if you're able to buy some at some coins at 11,800, then you should have made pretty good amount of money. Anyway, back to the basics. As I always tell, do not put more than you can afford to lose. So a lot of people, what they did, they put everything. I saw somebody in Twitter like who put mortgage, who took out their mortgage and put in a bitcoin, and he showed like it just tanked to 12,000 and sold it with the loss of 30,000, and now he's at 30,000. If he had waited a little over, he could at least, like, like now it's 14,000. So the thing is like the game, so basically it's like do not invest what you are do not invest more than what you are comfortable losing. So that's very simple, right? And other thing is diversify, diversify, diversify. Don't put all your money in cryptocurrency. Put some in stock, put some in bonds. Like there's so many things, there's so many investment platforms. So you need to diversify your money. So if you put everything in crypto, this is like you're risking all your money. So you need to diversify each and every year. Example, don't put all your coins in one exchange. What happens when exchange goes hacked or something? At least even if you put like your money, like the best way, put in your hardware wallet. Just get piece of papers, get your private key, and just put in a paper wallet or hardware wallet or something like that. That's the safest one. If you cannot do that, if you think that's too much hassles or whatnot, at least like don't put everything in one exchange. If you at least have in two or three exchanges, the chances are, even if it's one get hacked, not everyone will get hacked. So that's kind of diversifications. I mean, again, I'm not telling, so the thing is like don't put much money in any of the, like 2 days before I just saw the news, one of the Korean exchange was hacked. So which is really bad. I mean, a lot of people lost their main money, and like a lot of people like left the jobs and put everything in Bitcoin, and it's a sad things. I mean, it's not a good thing. So again, first thing first, diversify. You need to diversify everywhere. Don't put everything in cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency, don't put all your money in one cryptocurrency. Look at that. I mean, if you put like everything in Bitcoin and it just goes dramatically well. So if you look at that, I mean, there's like, so Ripple did not lose that much. I mean, it just like 1% from yesterday, so it's $1, right? So if you had something in Ripple, then your overall, so if you have divided your Bitcoin and Ripple like 50-50, your probably like change was 4% instead of Bitcoin 8%. I mean, the thing is like if Bitcoin goes high, so you may be missing out. But I'm not telling you exactly buy Ripples, don't buy Bitcoin, but diversify. Don't buy one thing, at least get five, six. Look at some project, there's some promising project, and there's a lot of junk too. I mean, maybe you want to put in some speculative coin, but yeah, maybe put 10% of your all your, so let's say you have a 10,000 in cryptocurrency, and you are just kind of trying to buy in hype or market or whatnot, market sentiment. Then what you can do is like get in when you have sorry, so get in like getting 1,000 of that money in the hype speculative currency. So don't put everything in one currency. Diversify, diversify, diversify. That's the number one rule in investment. Anyway, let's look at the market cap. So yesterday I think we went up to $450 billion. So kind of, so if you look at, let's look at one day. So look at that. So we're like all-time high. If you look at 7 day, then probably like, so that's probably all-time high of 654 billion. So we had all-time high of 654 billion. Right now we are like 536, which I would say it's pretty healthy actually. It's not that bad. But yeah, we went all the way down to 430. So almost we lost uh, two 200 billion dollars, like. And a lot of people, I bet a lot of people lost money because people are panic selling. Don't do that. Hold. Well, you need to have your stop loss, but that's, you know but that's why don't buy. So the rule of thumbs, right? Sell when it's green, buy when it's red, as they say. So if you look at the right now, everything is red. I know a lot of people got Bitcoin at 16,000, 17,800. I mean, but you are selling right now. This is the time to buy. And the other thing was, there was no news. There was nothing big. Like, there wasn't any hack, or, well, there was a Korean hack, but it was like 2 days before, and it really did not did any influence in the price. So there was the only thing was Bitcoin Cash was added, and somehow something happened, and people started panicking. I mean, people want to take profit too. There's people who got in Bitcoin at like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. They made like 10,000 of one Bitcoin. So I mean, if you had like five, you made like $50,000. So they want to cash out a little bit. So if you got, I mean, if you got late, it's okay. Either you need to be like, have a patience, like, hold. Not everything. So what do you expect, like Bitcoin will rise 20% every day? No, it's not gonna happen. Like, if it's gonna happen, then Bitcoin will be like $1 million in like few months, not years. I mean, if that's exactly as anyone know, like, you will put everything you have. Nobody knows what's the price gonna be. So it's just the look at the tech, like what's the doing, is there anything, just study what's going on. So yeah, so Bitcoin has a wild ride, kind of went from 17,000 to all the way to 11,000, and now back up to 14,000, which is good right now. If I look at the GDAX, it's doing pretty good. I mean, if you look at the low, I think it was like almost 11,000 at one point this morning, 9:10, but now it's kind of recovering, almost 14,600. Yeah, 14,650, which is pretty healthy sign. Similarly, if you get Litecoin is doing pretty good too. Actually, it hit below 200 at one point. So if anybody got at that time, I mean, congrats. I mean, that's pretty cool. But right now it's 284, still high. I mean, it's really high actually. It's still, I mean, if you look at that, a month ago it was like a 80, $90. So that's like 300% within a month, which is unsustainable, literally. I mean, like, you cannot expect something to go up like that. So that's there. And you have BCH is kind of recovering too. BCH kind of went down below 2,000 at one point, but right now almost 3,000 in GDAX. So Ethereum's, we had Ethereum's, I think Ethereum's was around 800 and something, but right now Ethereum still the number two, $66 billion market cap right now, 688, and GDAX pretty much matching 690. Oh, that's pretty cool. So GDAX 690, about 690. It went up to, looks like it went up to 500, but oh, people are buying. Looks like, look at that green. I mean, so it's kind of consolidating right now. There wasn't any volume, so volume kind of stabilizing. So people are buying. I think this is pretty good sign. So I feel like it's kind of over, like all the bloodbath selling of Bitcoin is kind of over. Yeah, yeah. So people, kind of volume is kind of consistent. So people are starting to buy. So I guess a lot of people are waiting for Bitcoin to kind of crash down, and they're thinking, and now seems like they're buying, and this is pretty good actually. So we had a little bit good corrections, and we kind of bounced back within not even a day. So this is a good sign. So people still believe in the technology, and people are there, people are buying. So almost 15,000 years, so 16, 17,000. So this is kind of like it's showing resistance around 13, 14,000. So I think you're thinking about long terms, it may be a good time to buy. But again, don't put everything, don't sell your house and buy Bitcoin. I mean, don't take student loan to buy Bitcoin. That's a bad. I mean, you should never do that. You should just put your, you should still have some exposure to the stock market. That's very stable as compared to the crypto. It's very volatile. You could lose money. I mean, it could be nothing, like what if like some tomorrow they found like big vulnerability with the Bitcoins and it could be hacked, like there's always things like that. I mean, it hasn't done yet, but what if somebody comes up with some awesome algorithms which can crack the Bitcoin private key in, like in a month or whatnot. So there's always things like that. I mean, you never know. Technology always changing. So, and the other things, like you should never put everything in one cryptocurrency or anything. That's very risky. So yeah. So that's about it. The market seems pretty good. 538 billion. That's almost more than half trillion. So that's really good. If you look at the gainers, there's some. Never heard of this next. Okay, there's few. Okay, Verge actually came back. I mean, it was hovering around 7 8 cents, but really came back. That's pretty cool. So 3.47%. Komodo is doing good too. Then you have ethos up a little bit. So kind of market is doing. So let's see who's the loser. So IOTA lost big time from all-time high of $5, 355. So US 26% down. Ethereum Classic is down too, but nothing crazy. Nothing is like 50% or 60%. So most of the coins kind of got in there. If you look at the uh, volume, Bitcoin is still the top leader with the $22 billion. Ethereum $4. Ether is doing $4 too, and there's a very uh, rise in Ripple. So I heard like a lot of Asian banks started adding Ripple to their banking system, so people can do international wire or even national wire very fast with, and it saves a lot of money. So that's Ripple. So if you guys kind of want to get into crypto, you should definitely think about Ripple. It could be a really good investment. Do your own research. So we have a Qtum kind of bounce back pretty good, $52. That's neat. So Dash is also bouncing back. So yeah, everything kind of getting back to where it was right now. So I don't think there's anything to panic. If you are in loss, don't sell it. I mean, if you bought in, like, let's say if you bought Bitcoin at 16,000, like if you buy right now the same amount at 14,000, your average price is 15,000 instead of 16,000, right? So cost averaging. So basically, you're decreasing your cost per Bitcoin. So if it hits like 16,000, you'll be profitable. So you should always look for opportunity like that. Like you should never buy when it's like going up and up and up and up. Still, most of the people do is like when it's going up, 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 buy, buy, buy. When it's like down, 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 sell, sell, sell. So yeah, that's about it. If you like what I'm saying, or if you want to know about anything, let me know. I make video about crypto, things like how to buy things, how to sell things, or how to install wallets, wallet tributes, and things, everything's about crypto. So if you have any questions, comments, let me know.